What is up, Diecast collectors? Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review here on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Ryan Preece's 2022 Coca-Cola 600 Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford Mustang for Rick Ware Racing. So finally, another Rick Ware Racing diecast to review, and finally another Ryan Preece diecast to review. And it is going to be really exciting because this is Rick Ware Racing's first next-gen 164 diecast for the 2022 diecast season. So let's get this car out of the box and ready to review right away. And out of the box here is Ryan Preece's Hunt Brothers patriotic car from the Coca-Cola 600. And of course, Ryan Preece made a couple of Cup Series starts. And as I go adjusting the lighting, this is a really nice car. And of course, for being a part-timer, Ryan Preece actually had pretty nice cars if you paid attention to them. I mean, because these cars kind of get overshadowed. A lot of these, like, lower-tier teams usually they really do a great job with these cars, and they just don't get acknowledged, which is really sad. But this one here, definitely am glad it got made. And the color is really nice, too, the green. Of course, this is looks like the same type of green they used on the Kevin Harvick Hunt Brothers car, just on the Ryan Preece. So without further ado, let's get this diecast review on. So you got number 15, Rick Ware Racing. You got Ford right there, Hunt Brothers Pizza with the hood vents over the decal. You have Ford, you have SFC Harper Jr. with the air vents so the driver can breathe. You have Sunoco right there, Goodyear in white. You have the Honor and Remember. You have NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Salutes, and we have a boatload of paint chips on the A-post right there. Get a look at those. That's just fantastic. Wow, that is bad. Let me see if I can zoom in on that so you guys can see it. Yeah, that is fantastic, isn't it? Wow, dude. 3 paint chips. That's fantastic, you guys. That is unbelievable. Like, how does that even happen? Anyways, guys, we got NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Salutes, the very fuzzy Honor and Remember. I still don't get why these things are as fuzzy as they are, but man, those paint chips on the A-post right there are just, man, I just want to take a Sharpie and just color over those the best I can because that does not look good at all. You got the number 15 right there. Got Ryan Preece's name over the name rail. You got Hunt Brothers Pizza right there. You got Ford, United Rentals, Hunt Brothers Pizza, and Morton Buildings. You have United Rentals, racechoice.com, and you got Morton Buildings again on the rear quarters. On the back of it, you got much better camera views in this video. Now I zoomed in big time. You got Hunt Brothers GT, Hunt Brothers Pizza. And of course, you got Rick Ware Racing, the Ford license plate with the 2022 registration little sticker, that little orange sticker, yellow sticker right there. You got number 15, the exhausts. Nothing on the deck lid, which I looked up pictures of this car, and there actually are, like, tribute little stickers right there, but they probably couldn't get the licensing to that. That's probably why you don't see it on this car. You have Ryan Preece on the rear window right there. You have Hunt Brothers twice on the roof. So, man, they really definitely fully funded this car for this race. That's for sure. Now it's going to be time for the paint scheme. So, for the number, you have a black shadow, a red outline, with a bit of a thin silver trimming, like kind of like an effect of like it's shining a little bit. Really nice. Not a chrome number, obviously, but it still looks good. Really nice color combination. Just the black and the red and the white just really look good over the green. Now for the paint scheme itself. And looking at the front of this car, wow. I mean, look at the decal placement. Look at the grille. It's kind of slid more to the left. Or if you're looking at it from up here, the hood camera, it would be moving to the right. But, man, that's kind of slid up. And the Hunt Brothers Pizza logo kind of looks like the entire roof, or entire hood decal, not the roof decal, the hood decal looks kind of slid more into one direction and a little bit slanted. Yikes. I mean, it's not bad, but you can definitely tell this is looking like a Twisted Sister car from 2007. That doesn't help, but, you know, you're going to have the patriotic design. So black splitter, black spoiler, black side skirts. Not much to write home about there. But on top of the green, and is that a paint chip next to the headlight right there? Look at that. Well, I can't get that off, so that is stuck on the car. Whatever that is, could be a piece of trash, piece of food. God, the things I get on these cars. Once again, I really despise to even think about the factories these things come out of. Anyways, back to the diecast and not ranting about the quality here. You have the hood vents over the decals, which look really nice, a lot better. And of course, you have the red stripes with the white stripes, and they kind of outline around the blue. So unlike the actual American flag, where the blue with the stripes is up in a corner, they actually stuck it in the middle between the red and white stripes, which looks really nice. That actually came out really good. I like the effect there. And of course, the stripes are going to be waving, so it's going to start out like kind of curved on the hood, and then they're going to start waving across the side. Not completely over the side. The flag is draped a little bit over the car, but it's not covering the entire thing like the Kenny Schrader car was and the Kyle Busch. But just look at the way the stripes are. They're just really wavy. Looks really nice. It covers up a good portion of the upper sides of the car. Around the hips, it just looks spectacular. Just wraps around the hips really nicely. That came out really cool. I'm a fan of how that was. And of course, around the United Rentals, the white's going to swoosh, and it's going to come across the side windows here. The blue is going to come over the sides of the roof rail. The red stripe is going to be closest to the green, with a bit of the shadow to how the flag is covering the paint. Really nice, really wavy across the side. And coming out of the back, it's going to wave around the taillights right here. These corners of the taillights are just at like the round part of how the flag is draped and kind of wavy. And of course, the upper portion of the back with a black spoiler is going to be white right here. And of course, just all plain right here, where they would have had the tribute decals and stuff like that on this car. So yeah, a really nice scheme. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, why in the world, why wouldn't they just paint this car like white on the backdrop or blue in the backdrop? They kept the green on there for Hunt Brothers Pizza. And to be honest, the green, it could kind of clash with the patriotic stuff a little bit, but in my opinion, it blended in such a nice way. Or in my opinion, it blended in a good enough way where it just looks good to me still. It still kind of looks good to me. Not all the patriotic cars, like, you're going to have patriotic cars that are going to be, they're going to full on redo the colors and stuff, right? Like, let's say a company does, like, for instance, Napa's blue and yellow, but they actually changed the color of their logo to match. Like, instead of doing the blue and yellow, they actually completely did the theme of the American flag colors. Not the flag itself, but the colors of it. This one, they decided to keep their brand color on there and kind of mash it together with the patriotic. Sometimes it doesn't really work well, but on this car, just looking at it and seeing it from all the angles, I kind of wouldn't want to have it any other way with this sponsor, just thinking about it, for Hunt Brothers Pizza. Now, it probably would have been cool if they made the Hunt Brothers, like, the green-blue, like, where it's green, paint that blue, and then you'd probably be all good to go. For a patriotic theme. But it still looks good. Didn't look terrible from the grandstands watching this at the live Coca-Cola 600. This car didn't even finish. It wrecked and spun, so that was unfortunate. Ryan Preece had a very rough Charlotte weekend. Just going back and reflecting on it. He got screwed out of the truck race by some rookie that I don't remember his name. I'll probably remember it if I watch the race later, maybe. And then Josh Berry won the Xfinity Series. Who won the truck race? I forgot who even won. Somebody won that race. I forgot who it was. And, of course, Denny Hamlin won the Cup race. Seems like every time I go to the freaking race live, Denny Hamlin wins. But just leaving that Coke 600 story, that's a whole other video I can make. But Ryan Preece just was not so lucky that weekend. But, of course, now he's in the Cup Series in the 41 this year in 2023. So, really cool to see Ryan Preece in a top ride. I think his work ethic and his attitude towards life, and just he's just a hard-working guy. Just really cool to see a great driver like him get a chance. He's always been a great driver, Ryan Preece. He's a good modified racer, and, you know, that's where he came out of. He's a good mechanic as well. He knows how these cars work. He likes to get his hands dirty, get experience, not only behind the wheel, but working on the cars as well. Which, Ryan Preece, he's just a blue-collar, all-American, just, you gotta love Ryan Preece, man. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side and the chassis, or the underbody of these cars, since they're all kind of just carbon down here. But really, really nice car to have in your collection, especially if you're a diecast collector and you want a new number that you don't already have. Like, we have all the other numbers except the Ware, so 15 is a new number. So, for you stop-motion makers, definitely get this one. Really, really nice car. So, thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And before I close this one out, I want to apologize for the, or notify you guys about the lack of just inactivity on this channel. I've been really busy recently, and I've only been able to make videos whenever I've gotten the chance to make videos. And today, because we picked up some new cars, I was able to get some time to review them. But, you know, the video releases are going to slow down a little bit on this channel. So don't you guys worry. I'll find a way to use the spare time that I have to make some videos. But it's probably going to slow down a little bit here. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. But thank you all for checking this one out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.